start when you're looking to get into having some nicer end equipment? Does a speaker really matter out of a cab? Do I really need to get a set of Seymour Duncan pickups? Heck, does the reed matter in my saxophone at all? Does it matter what brand? Well, guess what? Tune into the podcast. I will happily answer these questions for you, along with many more. It's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Submit your gear, tune in, listen to the awesome interviews, check out some tips, because you might learn something, or you might have some knowledge to pass on to me so I can pass it on to others. Again, Monday night, 8 p.m. Tune in. Peace, everybody.
We are Fall to the People, and you're tuning in to the Vexed Podcast.
This man's only addiction is to live concerts. Ugh, too bad it wasn't something cheaper. Like cocaine.
What?
Afternoons with Meatball on 106.3 The Core. At least concert merch doesn't require bail money.
Hey guys, this is Jack Punkington, guitar player of A Proper Axe. Please tune in to the Vex Venue podcast to hear awesome interviews and music for local bands. Hey everyone, it is Monday. We have made it through the weekend and it was a rager. I know that I went to 2 concerts and it was awesome. If you have not yet, please follow the Vexed Venue Facebook page. And obviously like my Facebook page and stuff, where you will see interviews I did with a couple bands over this weekend: Honeyfoot, City Limits, Junkyard Slave, and Augray. I believe the Honeyfoot one is already posted. I do plan on having more of those out throughout the week, so be on the lookout for that. So today we're not going to do any beginner tips because it was a crazy weekend and my brain is fried. But I do have announcements that I need to talk about. First and foremost, this weekend we have a pretty solid show. We have a couple really solid shows coming up. So like I highly recommend tuning in, getting your eyeballs on some ticket prices and some shows that you want to come to. So this Saturday, we have The Lion Within, War on Horizon, and Ages of Ice or Ashes of Ice. I keep forgetting it. I am sorry, guys. That's my bad. First 20 people to get tickets, they're $5. After that, they're $10. And the day of the show, they're $15. At most, you're paying a Big Mac meal for 3 awesome bands. And if you haven't seen The Lion Within live, I can say personally, they are fantastic live. I have not seen the other 2 bands. However, if you did go back and see, I had a nice long conversation with War on the Horizon's guitar player, bass player, and drummer. They're fantastic people. They make really good music. After that, if you can't make it to that show, I understand. I can't either because I will be at another place playing a show. However, August 15th, you have a chance to be a part of something kind of special. August 15th, Vexed will be hosting A Proper Axe's kind of EP release party show. It's APX, Unholy Honor, and Neon Coma. I'm so excited for this show, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's all ages, $10 in advance, $15 at the door. Obviously, same thing. If you're maybe part of the first 20 people, it might be $5. I don't know. Maybe look on online and follow all that stuff. But we'll be playing the EP along with a couple other songs, maybe a new track that we've been working on. You'll have to come and see. It'll be a lot of fun. And then August 23rd, we have a really cool charity event. August 23rd, we will be hosting the Kids Karaoke Contest. It's $5 for an entrance fee. All proceeds go to charity, which is going to be Little Legends on Lapeer, if I remember correctly, and Feeding Saginaw one Sunday at a time. All children must be accompanied by an adult, but it's a great way to get your younglings into music at a fun and safe environment. And again, it's all for a good cause, guys. It's just going to be for fun. It's going to be a great time. So come on out and have a fantastic time. And then, of course, we're getting close to the haunt season, getting ready for spooky season. In my opinion, spooky season starts July 5th. But pretty soon, we'll be ready for the haunted house. So be on the lookout for that. And if I remember correctly, I might have heard there might be a Battle of the Bands coming to Vexed, but you didn't hear that from me. Maybe keep an eye on the Vex pages to see what they have to say in the next couple weeks. We'll see. But that's all my announcements for the day. So today I am joined by arguably Northern Michigan's biggest female front woman out of what I think is the next big band from Northern Michigan, Tribe 989. Hi, Jess.
Hi, guys. Hi.
Everybody say hi, Jess. I am very excited to have you on the show. I know we tried a little bit earlier, but a lot of crazy things happened. You went on tour, which is awesome, and
You did.
it's great to finally been able to catch up with you. You guys are so busy. You're playing all over the place. Like even now, like don't you have a show coming up that's like really big and really cool? You should tell us about.
Yeah, actually Thursday, we are going to be opening for Buckcherry and Redburn. That's going to be up at the Bates Bar and Grill up in Gold City, up in the UP. I've never been there, but it's 25 minutes from where my uncle lives. So
That's cool.
I'm really excited to go up there, and I'm kind of hoping like maybe on the way home we might be able to like stop in there and be like, hey.
Hey. We
But
need some food and a place to crash.
I'm so unbelievably stoked about this show. We got word that it's sold out.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I think it was over 1,000 tickets sold, I believe. And I think that's the biggest show that we're gonna do to date. Yeah, so we're so excited about that. We're actually we'll be back in the barn tomorrow practicing, and then load up for that, and then it's a rest night, the show, and then another rest night, and then we have another show on Saturday, which we're going to be headlining our band besties in Deciphered. Their lead singer Kat and their drummer Michael are getting married. And they asked Tribe to
so
headline.
cool.
They're having their wedding reception at the Music Factory. They have First Aid Spray is going to be on there. I think it's Kat's brother. Is it Sean Cyphers? And then we also have Clinical Trial and Tribe, and then of course Deciphered's going to play because why would they not?
So please tell me you got the band to learn the cha-cha slide to play for everybody.
Oh yeah, see, I don't think it's gonna be that kind of reception.
Oh, but man, like a metal version of the cha-cha slide.
I was just about to say that. Like, we might have to bust that out for. We might have to bust that out for weddings for sure.
Yeah, I mean, like, how much are you gonna get all the drunk uncles on the floor?
Man, I don't know. You give my dad a couple Michelob Ultras and he'll mosh. Ass lost grip.
You know what? I think I've seen your dad mosh at a Lost Grip concert, so that doesn't surprise me.
Oh man.
But that's exciting. That's so cool. Like you guys get to open for a national act and it's sold out. That's like the best.
That's what's blowing my mind. Like it's sold out.
I mean, you guys deserve it. You guys are like, when I think of polish, like you guys are the band I think of. You guys are so polished on everything. Like your choreography, your set list, your everything. Like the worst I think I've ever like, and I don't want to say worst in terms of like you guys sounded bad. It was a really hot day and I felt so bad for like when you guys played with the Aerosmith tribute band. I was like, I do not envy you guys. It is so, and like you guys sounded fine and like everything, but I was like, I would not want to move at all on that stage. It looked so hot.
It was hot. Actually, a little fun fact about me. I have apparently we learned this summer specifically that Jess has a very, very large sensitivity to heat, apparently.
Oh no.
The last show that we played at Vexed, it was so hot in the building.
It was hot.
And I don't know if it was the mixture of me just running around all day or whatever, but it was so hot in that building halfway through that set. Nobody knows this. But it was the Oblivion Zero show. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Nobody knows this except for the bands that were there and like after the show happened. But halfway through our set, I went off stage and puked because it was so hot.
And I remember you running off stage, and I was like, I think she's about to pass out. Someone needs to get her water, like stat.
Yeah. So it was definitely a hot one. We learned that Jess needs her own fan. So that in the list of gear that I probably should have put on the paperwork, it should have been industrial fan.
Ooh, we have a question. So Days of Disaster and Red Light running from M7 in October. Does Tribe want to play as well? October. What day in October? October 7th? What day in October?
My birthday's the 8th.
Steven's birthday's the 8th.
That would be cool. A birthday show. I don't know what day in October.
Days of Disaster is actually a good kind of friend band for us. We played with them for a few times there.
We played with Red Light Running too.
Amazing. Red Light Running, I think we've only played once with them, right? Yeah. They're both like solid bands. They're so great.
I've not heard of either of these bands, so I'll have to check them out.
Oh, definitely check them out.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you though, because I remember that show, and I remember the lead singer of Oblivion Zero getting on stage wearing a jean jacket. I'm like, this guy's insane. I was like, how are you doing this, dude? And he went 2/3 of the set before he took it off. I'm like, what the heck is this guy made out of?
Yeah, it was crazy. We got off stage. I could not get off stage and outside fast enough. I dropped my in-ears. Someone picked my in-ears up like, as I was running outside, and then I felt bad for anybody who threw the trash away after that because my vomit was definitely in that trash can. Sorry, Mandy. Sorry, Chris.
That's okay. At least it wasn't like on the stage or something. That would have really sucked.
Yeah, I did happen to make it in the correct vomiting apparatus.
Yeah, so you played it off pretty well. I was like, she's either A, going to go pass out, or B, going to puke. I hope it's not pass out.
Yeah, I passed out on tour.
Was it like hotter or?
Oh yeah. It was the first show, actually. That great kickoff show for the tour, by the way. So we get to Beloit, Wisconsin. That was our first stop. And it's already hot. Like, we all get out of the truck and like we all ride in Sean's truck. So we all get out of Sean's nicely air-conditioned morgue feeling truck because it's hot. And we get out in Wisconsin, and I thought we were in Florida. I'm like, really? Why is it so hot out here? We are on the surface of the sun. So fast forward to the show, okay? And mind you, we go on right before Andre, because we opened for Andre Como. And mind you, I was in the truck. Like, Sean turned the truck on, so we had air. So, because the back part of the venue didn't have air, but like everybody had fans and stuff, so we were trying to make it as cool as possible. And then we got to our set and I couldn't even make it through Jack and Shine, and I went down.
Ooh.
And they had to stop the show for a second, and luckily Cassie was right behind me, and I just remember I could hear people, and then I couldn't. I went to sleep. And I woke up to people throwing wet towels on me, and I heard someone say something about the ambulance. They ended up calling the ambulance. I got checked out. Everything was fine. I definitely, I've never drank water more in my entire life than I did on that tour, because it was just, it
Right.
was.
That's crazy. I'm sorry that you had to go through that, but I
No,
mean, at least it made for a
honestly,
good story.
it did. It did. Honestly, like everybody, like Steven's my husband, so you know that
Mhm.
Steven was like, "Dude," but I thought it was hilarious. I'm like, do we got time? You want to finish this up?
Yeah,
We got
well,
time?
let me get back. Let me pull a Dave Grohl and get back on the stage.
Right. But no, and everything else, like after that, like tour was a lot of fun. That is my favorite part about going on tour with my band, is all the memories and stuff we make. Patrick's first year. This is Patrick's first year with us. We just celebrated a year with Patrick as our drummer. Yay, Patrick!
Yay!
Um, but we kind of just like we acquired a Patrick, and then we were like, "Hey,
One
bud."
tends to just acquire Patricks. I
Right.
see
You
in
just
life.
sometimes you just acquire a Patrick. And we were like, hey, guess what? We're gonna go to Florida and go play with Scotty Austin. So come on. And he goes, okay.
Okay, to Florida I go.
Right. And no, honestly, that was we spent 10 days on our first tour together, like literally knowing Patrick for like what, a month?
A month.
Yeah. About a month, and we were like, hey, as long as you don't Ted Bundy us, we won't Ted Bundy you.
You know what? Trial by fire. That's the best way to
You
like
know what?
get to know
YOLO.
somebody. Yeah.
Right.
You're only gonna go on tour like a handful of times
Right.
unless like something fantastic happens. Make it fun.
Right. No, but Patrick, that whole 10 days was probably one of my favorite band things that we've done. Because we all really got to know Patrick. We were in a car for 10 days.
Yeah.
um, but at the same time, like we made so many fun memories, and we had a blast. And there's still little inside jokes that if you hear random stupid things coming out of me and Patrick, it's because it's 9 times out of 10 we did it on tour.
I love the picture you posted of Patrick when you were on tour. I died loud. I saw that. I was like, that's hilarious.
So usually Cassie is like the queen of getting like the candid photos, and
Yeah.
usually it's the worst faces. And it's because someone's probably thinking about something. Like usually, like if she takes a candid photo of the band, like Steven's off like this and Sean's off like this and Patrick's got a weird look on his face, and I just usually look like a meanie. Like I'm I usually look like a bitch. I have the worst RBF. It's so bad. So usually I look like I
Yeah.
just I look so mean. Um, but I captured that photo, and I happened to just zoom in, and I was like, there it is.
There's the
There it
face
is.
of the tour right there.
Yup, and Patrick became his own meme on that tour, and it was hilarious. And the kicker is that Patrick, like I sat in the middle, in the back of that truck. So me and Patrick were the one that like made that meme, and it
That's
was so
awesome.
funny. It was so great.
So diving into your guys' like setup a little bit, and I'm trying to think. I remember the first time we played with you guys, and it's the first time I saw you guys was in January.
Mhm.
and you didn't have it then. But when I saw you guys at Cabin Fever, you guys had, and it is probably one of my favorite things, the robot that talks to you guys in between songs. How
Ebert.
did that come about? Because I remember the first time hearing it, and I think it was your second time doing it was at Cabin Fever, and I was like,
Mhm.
this is the greatest way to just stand out, because like no one else does something like this. Like everyone has like their own like music, or like they talk, like you know how Grant is, he's really good at talking in between set songs and
Yeah.
stuff, but like that is so unique, and it's fun. It gets the crowd interaction. It pulls everybody's attention. Like if no one's paying attention to like, oh, the band's getting ready to get on, and then all of a sudden you hear Tribe 989.exe like starting up. I
Yeah.
love that. It's so cool.
So I'm not gonna give too much of that away. Because uh the voice of Ebert, nobody, to my knowledge, except for those of us that were in the room when Ebert was created, nobody knows who Ebert is.
Ebert will remain a mystery for the rest of time.
And nobody to this day knows what Ebert is. What the name Ebert stands for.
That's
But
cool. I
the
love that.
the whole Ebert thing, that was it was a band collective thing. Patrick has this really awesome way of, when we get into the studio, it's like something clicks in Patrick's brain, and it's like he clicks into everybody else's brain, and just it takes what we have already. We don't even say anything, and he goes, "Here's my idea," and we were like, "Yeah, that's yeah, sure, cool, got it," because it's literally what we all think about. I've never met a group of people that collectively collaborate and as I guess as well as we do. I don't know if that sounds too. I don't want to sound arrogant, but like
No, I don't think it's arrogance.
collectively
I
as
think
collectively as a band, we work so well together. We're always on the same page. But the Ebert thing, I think a lot of that, with like the whole AI thing, and that's a whole big, controversy too. It was kind of a way to poke fun at that too.
right.
But everything that you hear, um, everything that is in our show, including Ebert and all that stuff in between, that is all us. That is all made by us. There is no AI when it comes to Tribe, but the Ebert thing, it was also a way too for us to be able to get a break in the middle of the show. Kind of gives
Right.
the audience, it gives me a chance to take a breath, gives Patrick a chance to take a breath. It basically talks to the audience for us, so we can get drinks, cool down, wipe the sweat away, readjust something or fix something, or God forbid the batteries go out.
Right.
So yeah, it was just kind of a way to put a show together. Oh, my mom's here. Hi, Mom. But yeah, it was a way for us to put that show together, and then it just kind of made our show tighter. And I don't even know how it happened. It just happened.
I think it really complements you guys as a band. Like with what you were saying with Patrick, Patrick has this way of like you had said, like clicking into your brain. But I think it's his personality, because within 2 minutes of talking with Patrick, I always smile, like I always feel better. And B, he knows exactly what we should talk about to just make it a fun conversation. It's just who
Right.
Patrick is, I think. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met in my life, and I always enjoy talking to him. Um, I think it's such a cool thing for you guys that like you do because again, it's different. It's fun. I like the little like it pokes at the AI thing, but it's not like too serious. Like you guys as a
Yeah.
band, like you take yourself serious in the aspect of like, hey, we're here, we're having fun, we're gonna get shit done. Like we're serious about this, but you don't take yourself too serious as like you're egotistical people because you're the exact opposite of that. You are the
Yeah.
most like chill people I know. And like even on stage, like you goof around and have fun, like you're still serious in the aspect of like we're gonna play and it's gonna sound perfect, but like you're fun, you're good to have fun with about it. Like I like the stuff you guys say on stage. I remember, I think it was the Oblivion Zero show, I could be wrong, but like you were talking about like this character that both you and Patrick play, and I
Yeah.
love like stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Oh, that's Larry and Linda. They're from Long Island. They're brother and sister, and they debuted themselves on the Florida trip because Florida is very nice to say in an accent like this. Um, no, Cassie's my best friend. Cassie's our bass player.
Mhm.
And Cassie said that one of her favorite things about me is I'm like 90 people in one, because we'll sit there and do voices, and then when Patrick joined the band, we figured out that Patrick also likes to do voices like I do, and that's how that happened. And so um every now and then in a show, Larry and Linda will come out and visit.
I had to stop for a second. Your mom almost made me do a spit take. Just as like I took a big inhale of hot coffee and almost spat it all out. Because the give me my Fanta line that is actually on your EP is
Yeah.
probably my favorite thing of all time. Because I love hearing product placement, bitch. Like every time I die laughing.
Oh
And
man,
because I forget about it too, and I'm like, oh, that's right.
but sometimes in the studio the mic just records like Patrick will hit record and just like we'll catch the most random stuff, and
More lemon.
yeah, it needs more lemon. That's
Or ashes.
yeah. I my favorite saying when, especially when we get a song right, depending on whatever it is, depending on if we do a cover or original, my favorite thing to say is don't look at it, don't breathe on it, don't ask if it needs more lemon. It doesn't. It's fine.
It's
Because
fine.
all of us collectively as a band, while we're really good at collaborating, we all have a too much gene.
Yeah.
So we will all start putting way more into it. And then all of a sudden we're like, wait, okay, this doesn't, hold on, take this out. Hold on, wait, try that. Nope, cut that out. Hold on. We don't need that. So yeah, that's where that needs more lemon. That's where that came from.
But the amount of stuff that's in our songs, just imagine the stuff that we take out.
Yeah.
Right.
But the Fanta thing, also, while we were in Florida, I fell in love with pineapple Fanta. And if you know anything about Jess, you know that Jess's favorite fruit and favorite thing ever is pineapples. No, it's not for the reason that people think, okay? It is just I love tropical fruit and pineapples look cool, okay?
I, I
Um,
I would just imagine you enjoy a Hawaiian pizza.
yeah, but people take it
That's
and
why
go,
I like pineapple.
upside down pineapples. No, I'm not. Gross. Anyway, but anyway, no, I fell in love with pineapple Fanta. I didn't even know that existed, so that was a thing, and so I ended up finding it here in Michigan, and I was like, hell yeah, and I saw that, and I got some. So Patrick, we were re-recording, and Patrick obviously had a Fanta, and Cassie, I think we were recording like, um,
Patrick, I'll be your backup on that any day of the week.
oh yeah, 100%. However, though, Cassie, I think was recording back behind the scenes stuff, whatever, and I was trying to place the pineapple Fanta in frame.
Mhm.
And he scared the crap out of me when he first did it though. So like what people don't know is my face because because I didn't see his face. All I saw was the back of his head and he screamed, "Give me my Fanta back, Tasaka!" And I looked at him with the most loving respect ever, but I was like, product placement, dick. And then we didn't know we recorded it until we went to go play it, and that was a whole thing. And we ended up keeping that. And I was like, we both looked at each other, was like, yeah, that's got to go in the song.
I love that stuff. That
And
like
it's
in
so random.
albums
It
in
has
general,
nothing
that's
to
my
do
favorite
with the
stuff.
song. Like that's what makes me laugh so much about it. And I tell everybody so much, like as professional as Tribe is, we are so freaking unserious. We're so unserious. If you guys only knew the shenanigans.
Well, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think Tribe does so, like, is such a strong band and a strong presence in the music scene. Is like, heck, I remember going to see you guys at Cabin Fever, and like immediately you guys were so welcoming. You're like, hey, do you want to hang out? Do you want to like go chill out outside? I was like, hell yeah. And like we got to like hang out for like a solid hour before you guys got on stage, and it was just cool. Like I felt instantly welcomed, and like that you guys just have that like personality that you just like care about the community, and you were like always want to be the welcoming people of the community. You don't want to ice people out. The pineapple, yes, Tribe Edition 989, Tribe
Yes!
989 edition Fanta
Make
pineapple.
it.
I love it.
Fanta, sponsor Tribe.
Fanta
Oh
needs
my
to sponsor
God.
Tribe 989. Stat. Send the emails, people.
I never thought that I would need anything more in my entire life. I bet you any money, my mom will send an email to Fanta tonight.
I could see you guys write the new Fanta jingle.
And
It would be
it's just
so cool.
Patrick screaming.
Okay.
It's just Patrick screaming, Fanta!
Fanta!
That's it.
So I think I've talked to Steven a little bit about this.
Yeah.
Why and like why do you guys have a full digital setup? I think it's very interesting because like you guys are like my first exposure to like bands with full digital setups. Because I had never seen it before, like in a local band setting. And so seeing like that was like that's very interesting because you know, I personally I like having like my amps and stuff. Maybe someday I will get my hands on something digital just because it'd be easier. But what inspired you guys to like switch from, because I imagine originally like when Tribe started you guys had like your normal like full amp and like everything set up, or did you guys just straight up like, no, we're going full digital, we want to make this as easy and seamless as possible when we're doing stuff?
So there's two answers to that. There's the Jess answer, and then there's the Steven answer, which he will give that in a second. But my answer is because digital is better and it's cooler. Just kidding. No, what is the reason
we used to use amps?
Yes.
And then we realized that we're all approaching 40 and our backs really hurt from hauling them things around.
First of all.
And it's 2026. So we might as well get with the modern times and go digital. We were already using digital modelers with amps, so we were kind of defeating the purpose.
Also, I don't know who you're calling 40 because it ain't me, honey.
So I'm gonna be perfectly honest. When I like first met you guys, I was like, I think I'm older than everyone in this band. And then I remember like watching your guys's like sessions, and I was like, oh no, I am definitely not. What the heck? I literally thought you guys were all like your mid-20s.
Man, thank you. I know
you're
everybody
welcome.
appreciates it. I mean, I get mistaken for way younger than I actually am all the time, and I think it's just because I'm so short. People don't. If you don't know, I'm 5'2.5". Yes, the half matters. So,
I say you're not that sure. Like you're about. You've met Stephanie. She's 5'4". No, she's the same height as you, I think.
I think so.
Yeah, so no, you're 5'4" then, because she's 5'4".
No, she is taller than me.
Okay.
I'm 5'2.5".
Okay.
They measured me at the doctor's like 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
But yeah, we get that a lot. But we don't act like it either. We don't we don't act like adults.
No.
I mean, age is only
Well,
how you feel. So
right.
you're only old if you feel old.
And you know what? I say that all the time. Well, I tell everybody I'm only a lady when I have to be. But it's true. We are the kind of band that like we know when to turn it off and when to turn it on, kind of thing. We're very professional, but all at the same time, like we love having fun. If this wasn't fun, we wouldn't do it.
Right.
And we all care so much about the community that it's easy. It's easy for a band to go out there and be like a dog eat dog kind of thing, and it's so easy for you to be that negative person that my band's better. No, it's not. Everybody is equal in their art. Art is art. Art is expression. Art is healing. Art is therapy. And that's what this band is for us. I joke around all the time that half the songs that I've wrote for Tribe so far have been PTSD and depression songs, and that's because they are. The whole EP is a therapy session for all of us. And we're working on a lot of stuff right now. After the touring season is over, we're gonna dive deep into the studio, and there's gonna be some stuff coming.
Might be a new single coming soon.
Might be a new single coming soon.
I think I've heard that new single. I'm pretty sure it's my favorite song that you guys do too, because I connect with that song a lot.
A lot of people do, especially if you're an artist or if you got a dream, man.
Yeah.
It is
It's a dreamer's song.
that song. So if anybody doesn't know, our wonderful rhythm guitar player, his name is Sean. He is a retired Navy veteran, and I know that Sean really doesn't like people to talk about this, but he's my brother, so I'm gonna do whatever I want. Tonight's episode of shit my band doesn't know I'm doing. No. But Sean, when we met Sean knew enough, and he'll tell you this, he knew enough to get laid as far as playing the guitar. But when me, Sean, and Cassie and Steven all got together and started, like when we started Tribe with Paulie. He was our original drummer. And we started Tribe as a joke, and then we kind of realized that no, this isn't a joke. We love this, you know. And then we ended up getting Patrick, and it went from what could have been a hobby to this is our dream. This is it. This is everything that we want to do. So Sean is that big dreamer, and I love that about him. That is my favorite part about Sean, is how hopeful he is and how big of a dreamer he is, because he's the same way I am. I am 100% that first person that, like, we're going to do this. Like, it's not even manifesting, it's we're going to do it. And the whole band has that aspect, but Sean ended up putting that desire and that drive to keep doing your art. He put that in a song, and it to this day is one of my favorite songs. I remember when he first brought it to us, and he gave me the lyrics and stuff, and him and Steven came up with the riff, and yeah, I cried after the first time that I sang it because I had never put that much emphasis into a song I didn't write. You know,
Right.
um, I I can put all of the effort and all of the drive into a song, but it's something different when you write it. But that song resonated so much with me. That was like little Jess. When I was younger, that was little me. You know, that's what that song means. That song, that's what that reminds me of. And I can't, every time we play that song, I look at Sean and I'm just like, thank you, because it's my favorite. Hands down my favorite.
You probably can't tell, but I'm doing my best to like not cry right now because it's
Oh,
so
don't
like
cry.
I literally feel that on such a deep spiritual level, like to my core, because like I think I know I've talked to Steven about this. I don't know if I've talked to you about this. I like the whole reason I still do music besides the fact that I love it is out of spite. Because I have two teachers I have to prove wrong to. One of them said I was the next Columbine shooter when I was in 7th grade. Yeah, I
What
had
the
no idea what that even
actual?
was. And it's all because I didn't understand fractions because my brain does not work right. So I
Yeah.
just kept asking him to like show me a different way and he wouldn't do it. And he just got fed up and said like I can't wait for you to just be the next Columbine shooter. And I was like,
Wow.
I don't know what that means, but okay, because I'm, like 11. And
That's
then
crazy.
like I had a band teacher because I was in band for years and I loved it. I was a saxophonist. And we had my high school went through different band teachers every year because of different circumstances. It was crazy. And the last one that we had before I actually had to drop out of band was like, man, if you suck this bad at saxophone, you're gonna be even worse at guitar. Because that's like right when I had started like really getting into guitar and stuff. And so I like quit band because of that and
That's
like put all
insane.
my focus in the guitar. And so the whole reason that I still make music is to like get to a point where I can like play a sold out show and
Mhm.
like take pictures of it and so I can email it to them because they both still work in the school systems and be like, this is what your failure turned into.
Right. Yeah, that's insane. I can't get past the Columbine shooter thing. I can't. That's horrible.
Yeah, so when
I'm so sorry.
he's adjusting.
Eh. And like,
Um,
listen, for a long time, it really like up until about this year, it bothered me. And then we finished our EP and I was like, man, that worked out finally. And then like we played with you guys at Vexed and like I've never felt so connected to
mhm,
like a community since then. And I was like, not that I'm gonna let that go because like I'm still working through that, but I was like,
right.
I'm finally like making it. And like
Yeah.
again, APX is nowhere near like your guys' level or a lot of other bands that I have you guys kind of paired up with in my head in like the terms of the top 10 bands of Michigan.
Yeah.
But like it's still like I'm getting to that point. I'm like, man, that like feeling that in that like moment like meant a lot to me. I mean, we played that show. We played a show at the Green Door in Lansing and I've never seen more people like so like my aunt came and she's never seen me perform live and she broke down crying when I did the Pink Pony Club solo because I nailed it behind my head and she came up to me afterwards and said, "You were born to be a performer." And I never felt so much pride in my life.
I I I've always been bigger a woman,
Oh, we're
and
losing you.
uh-oh.
Uh-oh, the microphone does not like us.
No.
No. This is what I get for spewing my feelings out of the podcast. John is in the house. We love John. He's such a great guy. I'm seeing all these really nice comments. Jess will be right back, everybody. Hopefully. But thank you for all the love I am seeing in these comments. Thank you. I'm doing better. I'm past a lot of that. And it's because I have friends like Jess and the entirety of Tribe 989 and Never the Crash, and I could go into a bunch of other people. But yeah, I think you're back. It's so glitchy. I know, right? I blame the gods of the internet.
Is it my mic? Oh.
You're moving, so you're not frozen anymore.
No.
No. I had questions about gear that I didn't get to yet. Hold on. I wonder if we can figure out something real fast. Let me do a thing real fast. Hold on. See if that worked. That might have fixed it, maybe.
Maybe.
It's better. So I'll run with it.
Everybody can hear me now?
I can hear you. It's getting better the more you talk.
Oh, okay. Man.
But tell me about this is an interesting thing that you had put in the form we asked. Tell me about your mic stand. That's your grandpa's mic stand, and I want to hear more about your grandpa.
So, my grandfather was a Christian artist. He sang a lot at churches and stuff like that. And I was at work one day, and for anybody who doesn't know, I work for a friend of mine, and I list stuff on eBay. And we were rifling through some of the stuff that he has in the warehouse, and one of my friends at work had found me an Atlas, a vintage 1970s chrome Atlas mic stand, Atlas sound. To which every time I looked at it, I'm like, why does that look so familiar? And then I ended up Googling the what is the logo? Hello. And then that's when I figured out what it was. And I was like, holy crap, that is the exact same microphone stand that my grandfather used. And I took it. I took it home. I was like, this is
I
mine
don't blame
now.
you. That's so cool.
I have that, and I ended up taking the base and I chromed out the base, but not very well. I think I'm gonna go back and sand it and recolor it again. But I think I might actually customize the base of my mic stand. I think I'm gonna pull it out in peeled rhinestones because why not?
Right. Bedazzle it like crazy.
Right.
So in terms of mics, I don't know what the model would be of this, but I could totally see you rocking because there's a lot of musicians that have famous microphones. Like Adam Gontier has a separate secondary microphone for a filter. Korn, he's got his crazy mic stand. So does the lead singer of Disturbed. I could see you with a old school big band vintage style microphone. I think that would be so cool.
Actually, when I joined Lemon Frog was the cover band that Steven and I were in before Tribe. And I sang backup. Actually, that's his dad's band.
Mm-hmm.
And for the longest time, what was the mic that I used?
It was a Shure, but it was like
It
old
was
broadcaster style.
the old like broadcaster style mics or whatever. But it was a Shure, and I can't for the life of me I can't remember what the model was, but it was the vintage like
SM55.
oh, an SM55.
That's correct.
Yep.
John knows.
And it
John
just
knows.
it's my favorite. It's my favorite mic to use. I love the mic that I use now. But I love using the vintage. My lovely assistant over here. um, I use on stage the Shure GLXD 24R Plus.
That's cool.
That's what I use.
So just a Shure SM55.
Shure is just such a solid like microphone, like audio, like company in general. I mean, there's a reason why the Shure SM57 is like the recording microphone for guitar. So.
Oh yeah, I actually my dudes in law script, um, my dudes in law script are loaned me a recording mic, the Shure SM7B, and I
Those
always
are
want to
nice
call it the
too.
B7.
The
Yes.
B7.
I don't know why I want to call it the B7, but anyway. But yeah, I recorded probably like one line in one of our songs with it, and I was like, I want one.
Well, you know what we need to do? We need to, just like with Fanta, we got to send some emails to Shure and get the Shure SM7B7 Jessica edition for Tribe 989. It'll be your specific own personal mic. We got to get that going.
And it better be teal, my favorite color.
Yes.
I
I think that would be cool.
Are you coming to say hi?
Oh, doggo.
Hi. Sorry, that's my dog.
No, you're fine.
You got a song.
Apparently, that was also Michael Jackson's favorite microphone.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You post a lot of Michael Jackson stuff, and it took me a long time to get into him, but I really like Michael Jackson.
I've always been a Michael Jackson fan. He's I have like kind of like categories of idols that I've had because I've always been a jukebox of just I love everything. So like Jodie Benson, she's one of my favorite voice actors. She voiced Ariel, the Little Mermaid. But her singing voice was beautiful. And one of the things that people don't realize about that movie is that when she sang Part of Your World, that whole thing.
That would be awesome.
But when she sang Part of Your World, they had that whole studio dark so she could feel like she was in a cavern, like she could feel like she was in a cave. But I love learning things about that, and I've always been obsessed with Michael Jackson. He's been one of my biggest musical influences probably since I could walk. And just recently, something in me had sparked the obsession again, and now I'm on month 3 of nothing but Michael Jackson. That's all I listen to. That's all I watch. It's Michael everything. I'm pretty sure my band is gonna disown me. They thought it was Taylor Swift. That is still an obsession. But Michael Jackson is now like the my ADHD brain can't get off of it now. And it's just I can't stop. And I'm not even sad about it. I'm not even mad about it. I don't care.
Did you watch the Michael Jackson biopic that came out?
Yes, I did.
Was it good? I heard it was rough.
It was really good. I think Jafar's his nephew.
Yeah.
And I think he did phenomenal. He definitely captured Michael. But I think that it gave a better understanding to how Michael thought and how his brain worked and how his brain operated. And I think that's the biggest misconception about Michael Jackson, is that people want to always point fingers because he was weird, but he wasn't weird. He didn't have a childhood. So, like most people, when they don't have something and when they're finally able to have it, they're going to do it, especially when you have adult money. And I'm sorry, but if I had the money that Michael Jackson had, I probably would have had Neverland too.
Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with you there. I would have a full building that's my own studio, and then I would have a coffee
Yeah.
shop, and then I would have a giant Ferris wheel.
But but his craftsmanship, it wasn't even just of who he was outside of music. What he did for music, what he did for black artists in music, what he did for pop artists in music. But he also, if you listen to any of his songs, especially in the 90s, there's very rock coded.
Yeah.
I Beat It. Beat It had Eddie Van Halen on it. I
Yep.
mean, it that's just one of those things that, like, and then he covered Come Together by the Beatles. And he rocked it up, but it was like this like pop rock version of that song. And I'm like, maybe that's where Aerosmith got it from.
Yeah, I could see that.
But it just, honestly, it just Michael as an artist is probably one of my biggest influences, because it just shows how much you can take from different genres, and that's really what Tribe does too. We all are our own ADHD bowl of soup, especially when it comes to music. Sean's very 1980s hair metal band coded. Steven's very, heavy. Cassie, I don't really know.
Cassie's new metal.
Cassie's new metal. But Cassie's biggest influences are like Korn and things like that. Patrick's like me. Patrick has a lot of everything. But I know that some of his biggest influences are the Rev, James Sullivan from Avenged Sevenfold. I know that he likes Bill Murray, Manchester Orchestra, and bands like that. So we all kind of have our own little things, and
It's a melting pot.
it is, it's a whole melting pot. But I really love the type of music that we make, because every song sounds different. There isn't a single solitary song that we do that sounds the same.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I listened, like I remember when it came out, for Garden of Misery, the EP, and I sat down and I like just listened to the whole thing, and I was like, man, it was like you guys had a range that was just like insanely big, but still like one song didn't feel like, oh, this is a weird out of the like blue song. No, like it all fit in a cohesive, essentially story. But at the same time, like you can hear all the different elements. Like hell, you guys have one song that has a string quartet on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Garden of Misery. Garden of Misery is the opening song on our EP, and that was a lot of fun.
That was pretty cool. Trying to capture
Fun fact:
string instruments.
You don't know you need a string quartet until you have one,
right?
And then you don't know how you don't get to have them all the time.
Right? You're like, you guys want to just go on every show with us? Come on, like it'd be
right.
fun.
And for those of you who might ask, or anybody in the comments who might say anything, the people that we are referring to are the very lovely and talented Fellowship of the String. If you guys have not checked them out, please go check them out. We met them a few years ago, actually, when they were doing our music festival Barnstock, which we don't have this year. It's a sensitive subject. We talked about that. But anyway, we met them a couple years ago, and they were high school kids, and they were like, yeah, we do classic rock covers or classic covers of rock songs. And we were like, hell yeah. And then it turns out that they ended up being one of the staple bands that we would have we'd ask back every year because everybody asked for them.
Yeah.
They had their own section of people that would show up just for them, and they're so talented, and they're the best group of
I have
people.
videos of the barn just packed
Yeah.
with them playing.
Oh yeah, they definitely, they are some of the most talented young people I've ever met. And they're so nice. And we got to record with them, and then we actually got to shoot some music video stuff that may or may not come out sometime.
One day.
One day.
One day.
That I
Monday?
was
No,
probably
one.
I probably wasn't supposed to say anything about that. Sorry. Also, shit, my band doesn't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna
But
get
no,
my
it's
butt reamed at practice tomorrow.
it is cool because like it's just another way for you, like how you guys are able to connect with the community and bring more people in. I mean, you guys are so like you're a staple in your community. Like I all the time, like when either you or Augray or Lost Grip have shows, you're always the first thing I see is one of the other three sharing and liking and commenting on all of it. Like it's so cool that like you guys have that like connection, and I love that.
We have a lot of what we call them band besties. And that actually started with Deciphered.
And clinical.
And clinical trial too. And then it kind of just developed into whatever show we did. We always made friends with the bands because the community is you don't have anything without your community. So we just kept meeting the same like-minded people. I mean, you guys in a proper acts, the people have vexed, but you know, the guys in Lost Grip, the guys in Permito Lux, we've done we've done a couple different shows with Lost Grip, and they're probably the coolest, rowdiest bunch of dudes you'll ever meet. Like
They're so nice.
they are. Permito Lux is one of those two. Like they're one of my absolute favorite people to be around. Cody, Roger, Ziggy, everybody in Permito is amazing. I love them so much. And Darren, I don't want to forget Darren. I just realized that I said everybody but Darren, and I was like, sorry, Darren.
Poor Darren, he is forgotten.
I know. But yeah, and just even the bands that we got to just this past tour, the Brandon Jordan band, we actually, their bass player, Daniel Dwight, we met him at a Scotty Austin show. The first time we ever saw Scotty Austin, like at the machine shop. And that's where we first met him. And I remember that specifically because he threw his bass off a stage, and Cassie, being the bass player, yelled at him in the middle of the machine shop. She didn't know Daniel from Adam, and she yelled, "Don't you ever throw your bass again." It was so funny.
She went full mom mode.
She did. Yeah, and we ended up, and Daniel's doing the stuff with Brandon Jordan, and they're such a cool group of guys. And then their drummer he's from the O-Ray band too.
Yeah, O-Ray.
But O-Ray, he's such a cool, down to earth guy. I mean, those guys are amazing. We got a chance to hang out with a band called Stone Lore. And they're another female fronted band, and holy crap, she's got some pipes.
Doing cartwheels on stage.
I know, she did cartwheels on stage. I'm like, girl, I got a little too much booty to be doing that. Not me. Not
I still
me.
can't
Could never
believe
be
Tony
me.
jumped into the stage at the last Lost Script show. Like he jumped off the stage to mosh and then did a backflip back on the stage. Was like, I
Yeah,
want to
I
have
know.
this
That's
guy's
Tony for
energy.
you.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah.
that's Tony. That's just Tony on a Tuesday.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. He's so fun, and I was like, I could see Tony just always doing this.
Oh yeah. Those guys are
I
great.
think Tony's my favorite Lost Script character.
Right. But no, we just the community that we have is quite amazing, and we've met some of the most wonderful people doing all of this stuff.
Shout the boys out while you're talking about them.
Also, I do while we're on the subject of Lost Grip and this amazing community, I do want to give a special shout out to the boys in Lost Grip, because without them, specifically Josh, but without them, we wouldn't have had a tour.
Yep.
Because
Oh,
our
really?
trailer broke.
Yeah, I remember
Uh-huh.
that.
Okay, first of all, before all that, we're going down the road, and then no more wheel well on the trailer. There it goes. And the wheel on the trailer had like disintegrated. So, thanks to our wonderful lighting guy, Aaron, Aaron, he ended up going and took me and Steven and Cassie to Tractor Supply, or me and Steven and Patrick, sorry.
Yeah.
And we all went to Tractor Supply to get a new trailer tire, put the tire on, and after that, we were like, okay, we need to like reevaluate this trailer. So upon further inspection, the axle on the trailer broke.
Oh no!
So the trailer was supposed to sit like this. It was sitting like that. And I was like, oh, that's not good. That's a problem right there, bud. So our trailer went, Cassie's wonderful brother Cole fixed our trailer for us, but it wasn't going to be done before tour. So the guys in Lost Grip were like, hey, it's little, but you can use it. And they literally, without hesitation, let us use their trailer for the entire 5-day run that we had. And
Across 4 states.
across 4 states.
Yeah.
That Lost Grip trailer's been in more states than Lost Grip. It's okay. I can say that they love me.
They're a good bunch of guys. They were cool enough to let us debut one of their newest singles. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Silver
love
Spoons.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
love that song.
Me too.
I obsessed over Lost Grip the first time I heard them. And I'm telling you, for a month straight, it was the one song they had streaming, but that one was on repeat for a month straight. And I learned it.
It's still on repeat.
I learned it. And the
Still
first
on.
show that we ever did with Lost Grip, we were at Vista Lanes. Or no, that wasn't the first one.
Yeah,
That was no, because we did the West Town with them.
Oh, you're right.
So it was the second show that we did with Lost Grip. I ended up going up and I sang Cabin Fever with them, and I had a
Nice.
blast.
There's video of it.
Every now and then, sometimes the wives or whatever will like throw me on stage with the guys when they know that Cabin Fever's coming, because they all get a kick out of it. I love doing it with them. They're probably the best group of guys that you could ever hang out with.
With them and shared a mic with Tony.
I did. Tony's sweaty.
Yeah, he is. He really is. Like during the Vex show, I was like, Tony, you were drenched in sweat. He's like, I know, dude. Hold on, I need to go get some water.
I know.
I was like, dude.
I've decided that the next time we do summer shows at Vex, I am bringing my own portable air conditioner.
Right? I honestly, like, I'm keeping an eye on
so
like the
loud.
weather for us, because for the show that we're doing in 2 weeks there, I am a little scared that it's going to be outrageously hot, because August gets insanely hot randomly, like
Yep.
like how it was in July. That's normally August. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
have fans. I highly recommend. Actually, So I found this out on tour, and this was a happy accident. This is what I like to call a Bob Ross. So we got to play at the legendary Harpo's when we were on
I was
tour.
going to ask you about that.
I cried. I cried when I found out the artists that have been there and the people that have been there, and it was one of those things that you take it all in. But it was really hot there too.
Yeah, it was.
Because I don't know why, but when you play old venues, apparently they don't have central air conditioning. So so it was really hot. And we, as just especially doing summer shows and everything, we keep a cooler on the side of the stage or whatever, so we can go grab water, whatever. Well, I ended up having a sweat towel with me because it was so freaking hot. And I was like, ooh, light bulb. And I dunked that thing into the ice water. And I think there's video of it. I don't know if we've posted it, but it'll probably get posted eventually. But I know that somewhere there's a video and you can see me going around to everybody in the band with this wet towel, just like trying to cool everybody down because it's so hot. And then poor Patrick, Sean was like, we don't want Jess to pass out again. So he put the fan in the front of the stage, and poor Patrick had no fan that night. And I didn't know.
And we were playing in the dark.
And he had to play in the dark because the thing was it was a whole thing. Like there were so many gremlins on that tour. It was still so much fun though. And then we ended up getting an impromptu rest day, and we got to hang out with Metal Mama Susan and Mosh and Papa Scott, and we got to just hang out at actually my childhood home. And the band got to just kind of hang out with my family, and that was fun. And
That's
then
cool.
we went to Harpo's, and that was cool. My mom remembers going there for a concert when she was 16, and then turned around at, I'm not even going to say her age because that's rude as fuck, but turned around and then just got to see her daughter on stage. And that was kind of like a little meta moment, I think.
That's cool.
I loved it. I love how supportive my family is, and how much that my band loves my family. That's the biggest thing, I think.
That's awesome. I was gonna ask you about Harpo's because I've been there once, and I don't know if I'll ever step foot inside that building again because I was traumatized. So how old do you have to be to get into Harpo's? 18, right?
Yeah, 18 and up.
Yeah. Nope. I snuck in. I mean, it was close to my 18th birthday. I was 17. They let me in.
That's close enough, man.
Well, so I went to go see the Misfits, which at the time I was super big into them. And my buddy and I went, and he's like, I said, I'll buy the tickets, you pay for gas, and I'll drive. And he's like, all right, cool. And I bought the tickets. And the day of the show comes, and he's like, here you go, and hands me like a garbage bag full of pop cans. He's like, this is our gas money. And I was like, dude, I drive a 90s Chevy Trailblazer. This is going to put me like, and I was like at maybe half a tank. I was like, this is going to be from like one side of half to the other side of half. I was like, he's like, let me see what I can do. And then he found like $2. And I was like, well, we're going to risk it for the biscuit. And we just drove to the Harpo's.
Right.
And he's like, by the way, don't leave the parking lot. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you'll die. Don't leave the parking lot. I'm like, okay. And so 17-year-old me is very, very sheltered. Like, I had never been to Detroit. This is my first experience in Detroit, by the way. I had never been to Detroit. I'd never been like out of my small like hometown besides like some family stuff. So first time outside of my hometown, first time into Detroit, and I'm at Harpo's. and I was like, we don't have enough money to get back home. So I was like, I guess I'll just hang out in my car and I'll use my money for the ticket. Or I'll use the money I would have paid for my ticket so we can drive back. I guess you go inside and watch, the Misfits while I just
Yeah.
sit in the parking lot for I don't know how long. And I was like, you know what, screw it. If we break down, we break down. I want to go see the Misfits. I had never been to a concert before, like that was like a concert. And so I didn't realize it wasn't just the Misfits. It was Misfits and 4 other bands. So I was like we walk in, I got in because somehow they're like, yeah, whatever, you're close enough to 18. I'm like, all right, cool, thanks, I guess. And we go in and he was 18. So I guess maybe that's why they let me in. And I was like, cool. What time did the Misfits get on? And he looks at the thing. He's like, I think they're on at midnight. I'm like, it's 5 o'clock. What do you mean they're on at midnight? That's 7 hours. And he's like, well, the first band's on at 6. I'm like, okay. And it was 4 other bands before the Misfits, and they were okay.
Yep.
One of them was like a local band that I don't think's around anymore. I can't remember the name. Another one was a really cool punk band where the lead singer had an upright bass. So that was sick. But eventually the Misfits came on, and then after they played a hell of a show afterwards. Jerry Only's like, all right, I'm not leaving this building till everyone who wants a autograph or a picture gets one. So line up. And so I got an autograph ticket with from Jerry and a picture with me and him, and I'm like awkwardly like, oh, we're gonna get home in this picture.
That's great.
And then I was like, all right, dude, do me a favor and stay up with me till we get home. He's like, got it. 5 minutes in the road, he passed out. So I'm driving by myself on the way home from Detroit, scared that I'm going to break down somewhere random. We ended up making it home because his brother lived 5 minutes from the exit. And he's just like, go to this gas station. I'll loan you $5. So we got home. But I was so traumatized from that night. I was like, I don't think I ever want to go back to Harpo's.
No, honestly, Harpo's is it's not even a bad place. It always makes me laugh though when people who don't go to Detroit or have never been to Detroit go to Harpo's. And then they immediately think something bad's gonna happen.
Right.
And which I'm not saying that I'm not saying it wouldn't. It's Detroit. Anything can happen. And there may or may not have been a shooting while we were on stage.
Yeah.
But
wow.
Yeah.
No, that's
never
that's
a
not
dull
bullet.
moment.
That's just a really good snare roll. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. But yeah, we played some interesting places, but Harpo's I was so freaking excited about that.
That was just a legendary place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the stage, it's a beautiful, on the inside, it's actually really pretty, and the stage itself is huge. So
oh my God,
I can imagine
so
you guys were all over the place and stuff.
Did I show what I took from Harpo's?
No.
What did you steal from Harpo's?
Hold on, I actually have it because
Okay.
So I am a sucker for mementos, okay? And nobody knows I did this except for my band. But I took part of the curtain.
Did you just take out a knife and cut part of the curtain off?
Hell no. This thing was so old and it was already it was already ripped, okay? I just was like, oh no, that's gonna rip more. Oh no, it fell off. Oh
no, it fell off. Well,
in my pocket
it's mine now. I love that.
But in my thought process was the greats have touched this. Their gear have touched this. They're there might be DNA on it. It is a little crusty.
It is a little
Um,
crusty.
So it is a little crusty. However, I do keep it very near and dear to my heart because I got to play on the stage at Harpo's.
That is
And I
cool.
don't even care. I don't even care if there was 10 people or a million people. I had a blast. My band had a blast, and we had so much fun on that tour, honestly. Like we really did. Like we wholeheartedly shout out to M7 and Andre Como, and of course our lovely label Roxanne Records. Without any of them, none of that would have happened, and we wouldn't have got to have the experiences that we got. And I truly would. This band is very blessed.
Yeah, I mean, like, well, and again, it's because you guys have put in the work. Like, you guys are like, honestly, you guys are better than a lot of national acts I've seen. And that's not me trying to blow smoke up your guys' butts. I have seen some really shitty national acts, and I'm like, you guys don't need to be on this stage. We are Harlot. No, you guys are.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was the worst concert I've ever been to in my life.
Ouch, we are harlot. Ugh,
Yeah,
that sucks.
and I love Asking Alexandria, but Danny Warstop was so messed up on stage they couldn't even finish their set.
Yeah.
So you guys are so professional. You're so polished. You're just a fantastic band. Like, yeah, of course I could see you guys playing Harpo's. Hell, if you were to tell me, yeah, actually we just got booked at the Fillmore, I would be like, yep, that makes sense.
Shoot, I wish.
It'll happen. Like, you guys are opening up for Buck Cherry, which is a national act. So you guys you're getting there. I believe in you guys.
Thank you so much.
Of course, stadiums are the dream. You guys are like the stadium metal band of Michigan, honestly. And like, I don't mean that in a bad way, because like, I know stadium rock. I don't like Journey. Give me all the hate you want. I'm sorry. Don't Stop Believing is a curse on music in general.
Shots fired.
Stadium, like arena rock, like you guys are like the metal arena rock band from Michigan right now. It is like your pyrotechnics, like everything. Hell, like whenever I see both Sean and Steven do their back-to-back guitar solo, it is the most metal thing in the world because it is such a cool, like, dual octave solo. It makes me want to rethink how I play solos when I play. Like, I'm like, why is this not in a Devil May Cry video game already? It needs to be in a Devil May Cry video game.
That's awesome.
That was just us trying to copy Avenged Sevenfold.
Right.
I mean,
that solo was directly influenced by A7X.
Yeah. Or Iron
fair
Maiden.
enough.
Yeah, or Iron Maiden, really. But it worked. And
I mean, it's awesome.
Shout out to Sean for his one and only solo.
But he's he's an insanely solid rhythm player. The dude is like borderline got the cyborg arm that, like, you know, James Hetfield has with how he just plays. I'm like, he's so solid.
Yeah, he's all right.
He's all right. Don't hype that guy up. He doesn't need more of an ego boost.
Right. No.
So I am actually in the market eventually for a good in-ear system. Tell me more about your in-ear system and what I should be looking for, and maybe someone else who's looking for in-ears, to like the do's and don'ts of in-ears. What should we avoid and what should we like, hey, like, look at this.
So we started with in-ears even when we were a cover band. And it was something that we started out with, like the cheap of the cheap. And when it comes to that, you definitely get what you pay for. If you have like we do, we have tracks in the back of our, in the back of us playing. So like all the little extra synths and stuff, like all the stuff we can't do live on stage, that's the stuff that you guys hear in the background. So we have those playing. And I think with that is you kind of want to go with a higher end type system. We use the Phoenix Pro in-ear system, and it's the budget line, but it's the best of the budget line. And honestly, we really don't have a whole lot of issues with it. It's never done us wrong before. Um, the one thing I will say about doing all digital, especially when you have multiple frequencies, and it's something that we're working on getting to, is it's like it's an antenna that helps to where your frequencies won't cross, and because Sean and Steven use the same wireless um for their guitars, and every so often Sean's guitar won't work because they're on the same frequency, and you got to take it out and change the frequencies, and every so often the in-ear system will do the same thing where it'll kind of hit a different frequency, but if you have that antenna, it'll stop doing that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're in the process of doing now, but we um you got to tell me more about this. This is kind of a you question as far as the in-ears, because I put them in my ears and they sound nice.
When we went on digital, we decided to go in ears as well, and it just makes it easier for us to be able to hear our tracks. And we play to a metronome as well, so we have to hear the click.
People want to know why Tribe is so polished on stage, and this is seriously no joke. It is that click track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you're not used to playing to a click track, it takes a minute. But as soon as you get used to it, you're gonna hate not having it.
There's always a debate about using a click live and stuff like that, but
right. Some artists do it, some artists don't. If you're that kind of artist that doesn't have to use a click track live, that's great, and that's cool for you, and I'm super excited that you can do that. But I like having a click. I like knowing where I'm at. It's almost like a security blanket for me as a singer. But I also spent the majority of my young adult life in choir. So playing to a click or playing to a metronome is something that has always been so easy for me. So when we decided to do, play to the click track and everything, I was the one that was able to be good with it at first. It took everybody else a little bit, especially Sean and Cassie, who've never done that before. I know Patrick was pretty good at playing to a click. I
call Patrick the click magnet.
He is the click magnet. He finds it and he just stays with it. It's great. And I ain't never have a problem.
That's cool. We don't, and it's mainly because we don't have an in-ear system. I think that's something we might look into. I mean, I don't know about the other band that I'm currently working on starting. That might be a possibility. That's not necessarily up to me, but maybe I'll bring that up. But no, that is, like I said, we're looking into in-ears because it's something that we want to do, because we want to just improve, always keep improving. The thing I'm most terrified. The thing I'm most terrified about in-ears is not too long ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, I played a show with my old band As Your Attorney at a venue that I will not name because they're making a lot of poor decisions and I don't know if there'll be a venue much longer.
I know what venue.
I love how I don't even have to say what city it is, but you know exactly what venue it is. But anyway, the sound guy they had at the time, we played our set, everything was fine. We actually didn't have any issues, which is great. The guy after us was a solo artist who had tracks. He was a really solid metal guitar player who would just shred over really cool backing tracks, but he had a couple songs that he would sing, and he had in-ears. So he could hear himself perfectly. He could not tell that his microphone wasn't turned on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And when we chased down the sound guy who was outside doing some stuff, we'll leave it at that.
Yep.
And he came back in, his response, he's like, oh shoot, grabs the iPad and turns his guitar up more and then walks away. And
Yep.
that's what scares me about in-ears, is not being able to notice if no one can hear me.
So a good way to prevent that is to always sound check. But also, something that if you've ever seen live, if you've ever watched me live, I'll throw one out right
Yeah.
before we start, so I can make sure that I can hear my
I
voice.
keep one out during sound check.
It's a catch-22 with sound guys, and I say this with all the love in my heart because my husband is a sound guy. But it would be nice if the sound guys weren't dicks to the artists. And that's something that we constantly come in contact with. You have some venues that their sound guys are great. You also have other venues where they're rude. And my favorite thing is that people don't know that Steven is a sound guy. So what makes me laugh is they always like, well, I'm the sound guy. I know what I'm talking about. Blah, 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 blah. And then Steven will go, hey, by the way, dude, this is there. That needs to be there. That's in the wrong input. Also, you read that backwards. 14 needs to go into 12 and 12 needs to go into 16. And then they'll look at him like, oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Play
a
with
good sound guy a sound guy can make or break a show.
Oh, yeah.
APX's very first show had a really bad sound guy. And
That's why I always get John to run sound for me.
Yeah,
John's a
John Willard.
fantastic sound guy.
Chef's kiss.
Always does a good job.
I've never met another dude that when he talked to my husband, I've never seen my husband light up the way that he does when he talks to John, because there's just something about when they start talking sound that just he's so happy.
He's so happy. It's because
Yes,
John
he's
is really good at communicating and understanding what people are saying. He's a
Yeah.
really good listener.
John's also a really talented musician.
Yeah,
Like,
he really is.
Like, he's insane. And so I think having a sound guy who's also an artist, I think that also helps too, because then they have a little bit more patience. If you're a singer, or even if you're not a singer, even if you're you know, a guitar player or whatever, and you need more vocals in your monitor, okay, cool, I still don't have vocals in my monitor, but meanwhile you're turning up homeboy's monitor back in the back and he doesn't even need all that. Like, hello? Like,
Yeah.
so it helps, I think, when you're also an artist and a sound guy, because then you have a little bit more patience with people. And it's so nice when we get to venues and the sound guys are great, or the sound peoples are great.
I agree. I mean, it is just, the sound guy is almost like another member of the band, essentially.
Yeah.
And yes, I will talk for hours about gear. But no, like John he's a fantastic sound guy. I mean, he made us sound like we actually know what we're doing. So
Right.
But
the first time John ever ran sound for Tribe, I was like, ooh, that's how we're supposed to sound. Hey there.
Can you come to all the shows, please?
Right. Steven, the first time he met John, he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna pick your brain for a minute," and he did too. and honestly,
Still do.
like, and he still does. And Steven gets hung up on something 9 times out of 10, and he'll probably call John.
Yeah. John he's definitely the guy to talk to. Like, heck, I mean, when I was talking to people about getting essentially beta testers for listening to the EPX AP or EP, John, you, like, basically Tribe, but you especially, and there's like one other person. I think it was Grant from Lost Grip. Were like the 3 people I reached out to be like, hey, I need advice. Tell me what I need to do. And John and you were both like, you need to do this, 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 and this instantly. And I did that, and I was like, wow, this makes it so much better. Thank you for like your knowledge. It was perfect.
I can't take credit for any of my knowledge in sound or recording engineering at all. I learned everything from Steven and Patrick. I've picked up everything that I know about sound or recording or anything like that from Steven and Patrick. The recording process, I learn a lot from Patrick just because I watch him a lot. I love the recording process. I love recording more than I love being on stage. I take that back. No, I don't. I love being on stage. But I genuinely didn't even have any interest in sound. But honestly, I feel like as a singer, you should probably know some stuff. You should probably know some stuff and things. So Steven showed me a lot of stuff, and I pick it up too just by watching. I watch where he plugs everything in. I could probably at this point, I think I could probably mic the entire drum set and know exactly what input it's supposed to go into just by looking at the paper that we have, because I've watched him do it so many times.
That's cool. Like, that's just good stuff to learn. So, like, hey, if like someone has to step away, you're like, oh, I got this.
Right.
And have it all set up.
Yeah, I really should show somebody else how to set up the in-ear rack in case I can't one time.
I know how to set up the in-ear rack. You showed me.
Oh, did I? Okay.
Yes, you did.
You've already got it covered.
Right. The wife doubles as a singer, but also assistant sound person.
I gave you my guitar track trick. John's also just really funny. I always enjoy talking to him.
Yeah.
We're being asked, when will we get the Tribe video from Vexed? I can help edit it. Wink, wink.
We are actually not finished shooting that. There's a couple more things that we need to shoot because we all have ADHD.
You realize we shot everybody else's stills except for Patrick's.
Yep, and we shot everybody else's stills except for Patrick's. Everybody's got individuals except for Patrick.
Poor Patrick.
On top of the producing and the drumming hats that Patrick wears, he also sometimes wears a videographer hat. And Patrick was a vital part on first shooting the music video. He kind of helped set us all up because none of us have ever done that before. And he had a little bit of knowledge of it, but Patrick's also got the eye for it. So it was just one of those things that was like, okay, yeah, tell me what to do. I'm super good at following directions. You tell me what to do and what you need, and I got you.
Nice. I'm excited to see it when it eventually comes out. I actually, now that the EP's done and coming out, I actually have to talk to Vex because I want to film a music video there for one of our songs.
I highly recommend it. Vex has got some cool shots for music videos.
The only thing that sucked was taking the drums up to the 5th floor.
Yeah, don't do what we did and decide to be cool people and take your drum set to the 5th floor. Don't do that. That sucks. Don't go to the 5th floor.
The 5th floor corridor is off limits. No, I've always had this like vision since I was like younger to do a music video where it's like a small like show that's like packed, and it like in the background the entire time you're gonna see a guy with a lampshade on his head just like running around, and it's gonna have like a lot of different shots and of like the bands and stuff, and I want it to switch between like it starts off where we're all using like baby equipment or like beginner equipment, just like as if we were at the practice space, and then when we hit like the first like note, it switches to like an actual show, and there's like us using our normal equipment and a ton of people there, and it goes back and forth, and you just see the random lampshade guy pop in and out all the different times, and the song will end, and it'll be like the next day, and it'll be the lampshade guy, and then he takes off the lampshade, and it's like either me or like Grant or Luke, I don't know who, and in front of him is like, well, at the time I always would think like a DVD or something, but now that we don't have that, maybe I'll just have it like a stream like YouTube video, and it says like play me, and he hits it and it starts the music video over again.
That's
And I
great.
think Vex would be a cool place to do like a show like that, or like a music video
Oh
show
yeah,
like
for
that.
sure.
Definitely take the drums to the 5th floor from Travis.
That's our roadie Travis, or we call him Buddha. But he's the world's best roadie. Everybody say what up, Buddha?
What up?
The tribe really, as cool as our gear is and stuff like that, like we all have really cool freaking gear. Like I'm not even gonna lie, like the guys have some like killer guitars. Patrick got this really cool drum set from someone that we all know and we love, Mr. John Woolard. But John had given Patrick the drum set that he actually uses now, and oh my god, they're beautiful.
Sound
And they're, what kind of kit is it?
sonar.
It's a sonar kit.
Ooh.
But they're beautiful. They sound amazing. And so we've been really blessed with the people in our lives. So I just wanted to just do a quick shout out to literally everybody who makes Tribe operate and who helps Tribe run.
All fans,
all of-
supporters, everybody.
I want to give a shout out to Aaron, our LD. I want to give a shout out to Buddha, our roadie. I want to give a shout out also to Sean and Cassie's children, Lex and Rodney. They are our merch team and social media team. Lex is getting ready to graduate high school, which is they are also my god kids. So this is like a whole like family affair thing. But Lex just recently took over our social media accounts, and Rodney, he helps out with our merch, and he goes on tour with us and stuff like that. So like having the kids there, that's always so fun. But yeah, without our crew, we would have nothing. And they don't nearly get the credit that they deserve. So from the bottom of Tribe's heart, you guys, thank you so much for everything that you do.
I don't know.
My parents, met Mama Susan, Cassie's parents,
Yeah.
everybody's families, everybody's significant others, and just everybody. Without everybody, we wouldn't be where we are or who we are.
That's what makes us Tribe.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. That's beautiful. I love that. I love too what Steven says. Like that's what makes you a tribe, and that's so cool because it goes back to the community. I mean, like I'm always like saying like if you need to if you support your community will always support you back. There have been so many times where
100%.
I need something happens to me, like a piece of gear falls apart, and I need something, and instantly people are like, hey, I got you. Hey, I got you. Hey, I got you. Like, it's like, it gets to a point where it's like, I have too many things. People, thank you for your help. Too much love. It's so cool to see the community. What?
Steven said he's coming for your 7-string.
I don't know if I'll sell it.
That's okay. We just bought a car. He doesn't need a 7-string.
I mean, to be fair, it was only $70, so it wasn't expensive.
Touche. Anyway.
I got a couple of 6-strings for sale or trade. Cough, cough.
Hey, can we not in the middle of this podcast? But thank you.
I saw one of them and I was definitely like, that's a really pretty guitar. I don't need another guitar with a Floyd Rose, but that's really pretty. So I get it.
Another guitar with a Floyd Rose.
No, I don't, because I don't use a Floyd Rose because I'm not talented enough and I don't have the patience. But I know how you feel with like the gear thing. I'm trying to bring down some debt before I can invest in a 5150. So
right.
John, everyone needs a new guitar. I like your attitude, John. I agree with you. Everyone needs a new guitar. Well, it is getting to that time. Thank you so much, Jess, for being on the stream. It was a lot of fun. I loved hearing your stories.
So thank you guys so much for having me.
Of course. I'm glad we were finally able to get you on. Thank you, everyone who joined us for the podcast. It was great. I loved all the love comments I've seen. Again, just a fantastic community that Tribe has built here, and it's great to see it just really reflect. I want to, again, just quick rundown. First, before I do that, how about you just go ahead and plug your shows that you've got coming up one more time for us?
Alrighty. So coming up this Thursday, we're going to be in Gold City. We're opening up for Buck Cherry and Redburn. That's going to be at the Bates Corner Bar in Gold City. And I believe that show is sold out. And then Saturday, we're going to be headlining the wonderful wedding reception of Kat and Michael from Deciphered. And that's going to be at the Music Factory. And yes, that is open to the public. It's like a whole thing. It's a free show. So if you guys want to come and see some really, really cool bands and celebrate the two most awesomest band besties that Tribe has ever had, then please come out to the Music Factory on Saturday and come out and support your local music.
I may have stolen that idea because I'm in talks to try to convince my fiance to let us get married at Vexed and do something similar.
That would be so awesome.
We'll see. I don't know if she'll come around to it. She might. We'll see. If it, I mean, it'll be a couple of years, but it would be really cool. But yes, everybody go follow Tribe 989 on all their social media platforms. Go stream their music. Follow them so that way you know when the new music's dropping. If you're not able to somehow sneak into the Buck Cherry show, go see them at Battle Creek at the Music Factory for that, because that's going to be awesome. I see those eyes. We'll talk about it if I can convince you. It'd be cool. But yeah, thank you so much, Jess. And again, peeps, we have our live music podcast that we do on Thursdays. I will be joined with Jason of The Line Within this week. We'll be talking about their upcoming show, which is going to be Saturday. It's going to be The Line Within, War on the Horizon, and Ages of Ice. The week after that, on the 15th, is Neon Coma, Unholy Honor, and A Proper Axe for the EP release show. Yay! So stay tuned for that. Get your tickets now. They are available. And then August 23rd, we have our kids karaoke contest for charity. $5 to get in. All kids must be accompanied by an adult, but it is a great way to get your younglings into the music world in a fun, safe environment where everyone can just have a good time. And again, it is for a good cause. So be on the lookout. Go do all the things. Follow Vexed Venue on all their platforms. Follow Tribe on all their platforms. Go to Tribe 989 shows. Go buy their merch. Buy me a t-shirt because I really want a Tribe 989 t-shirt until I can afford a tattoo. But yeah, again, thank you, Jess, for being a part of this podcast. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for everyone who tuned in.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. And remember, everybody, when you support the community supports you back. Peace, everybody.
Hey guys, I'm Jack Punkington. I'm with Vex Venue. And do you have new music coming out? Maybe a single, maybe a whole album? Are you launching a new merch line that you really want to get out to your fans? Maybe you've got a big festival or a show coming up that you want to get people to. Or maybe you're on the other end of the spectrum. Maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you're looking to join a band or looking to start something. But you don't know what to do. You don't know who to talk to. You don't know how to get the word out. Well, that's where we come in. Go ahead, record a 30-second to a minute long video on of your whatever you need and what you're looking for of an ad and send it to us. We'd love to check it out. We'll play it before our podcast so that way we can help you reach the right people because we're all about helping the community here. So, again, send us a 30-second to maybe about a minute at most, keep it a little under, ad of what you need. We'll get it out there.
She's 4'11", but her caffeine intake says 6'4". Kenzie, middays on 106.3 The Core. She could probably bench press a coffee machine.
Hey, what's up? It's your boys from Lost Grip, and you're listening to the Vex Live Music Podcast.
Hey guys, Ashton Hollick here, vocalist for Abigail's Asylum, and I am here to let you know that we have a brand new single about to release on May 3rd. So wherever you listen to music, YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, make sure you go and check it out for the brand new single from Abigail's Asylum, Sanctus Mendax. We'll see you May 3rd, and keep tuning in to the Vexed Venue Podcast. We love it here.
The only guys who can have a beer for breakfast at work and not get fired. The David Mahoney Show, weekdays and Saturdays, 5 to 10 on 106.3 The Core. Thanks to Paintball on Bay Road. More than a body shop. Watch the road.
Hey guys, I'm Jack Punkington, the host of Vex Venue's Rig Review Podcast. Do you got some gear that you really want to show off? Maybe you have a story behind this guitar that's been passed down by generation in your family. Maybe you found this really cool snare drum on the side of the road and it's got a sick sound and story behind it. Maybe you bought a cursed clarinet from a jazz club down in Nolens and you don't know what to do, but you want to show it off. Well, that's what I'm here for. Go ahead, submit your gear. I will rate and review it. I'd love to hear the stories behind your equipment. I would love to check it out. And not only that, I'm going to have people on my podcast where I will interview them about their stories with their equipment, what they bring on the road, something that really means to them, stuff that they're looking to get, stuff that they're looking to prove with their equipment, and just honestly share and show off what they've got. Maybe you need some tips. Maybe you don't know where to start when you're looking to get into having some nicer end equipment. Does a speaker really matter out of a cab? Do I really need to get a set of Seymour Duncan pickups? Heck, Does the reed matter in my saxophone at all? Does it matter what brand? Well, guess what? Tune into the podcast. I will happily answer these questions for you, along with many more. It's Monday nights, 8 p.m. Submit your gear, tune in, listen to the awesome interviews, check out some tips, because you might learn something, or you might have some knowledge to pass on to me so I can pass it on to others. Again, Monday night, 8 p.m. Tune in. Peace, everybody.
We are Fault to the People, and you're tuning in to the Vexed Podcast.
This man's only addiction is to live concerts. Ugh, too bad it wasn't something cheaper. Like cocaine.
What?
Afternoons with Meatball on 106.3 The Core. At least concert merch doesn't require bail money.
Hey guys, this is Jack Punkington, guitar player of A Proper Axe. Please tune in to the Vex Venue podcast to hear awesome interviews and music for local bands.